What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Austin here.
And Eason.
And today we're going to be taking a look at Biomutant, why we're excited, why we think you should be excited, and whether or not maybe it may be our game of the year 2021.
Okay, so before we get into the video, I just have to say, there's no hiding it. We are a small channel. We just started not too long ago, but we do have some pretty big goals. You see, we want to hit 1,000 subs, and when we do, we really want to start streaming. We really want to start doing a video podcast for you guys. And we have a little something in mind called the Nerd Zoo Show. So come, be a part of the first 1,000, and let's do this together because we really want to engage with you guys, and we want to have a good time doing it. We know we're going to have a good time doing it. You know why? Because you already clicked the subscribe button while you were listening to me talk. You see, I'm ahead of the game. But let's not waste any more time. Let's just get right into the video. Not just our game of the year, though. Like, what I think it's going to be, it's got the chance of being game of the year.
You think that this has a chance to beat all the other slated AAA games coming out this year?
Never mind, I'm an idiot.
Well, you may be right if everything else gets delayed. That is the pattern.
If everything else gets delayed, then we have then we might have a chance for Biomutant here.
So
totally forgot about the Halo Infinite and everything else.
Yeah, Halo Infinite launches this year. With any luck, Breath of the Wild 2 launches this year, and many other great AAA games that hopefully don't get pushed back due to the pandemic or difficulties with development. Anyway, but we know Biomutant comes out May 25th. There's a lot of content coming out. We know that we're going to be covering content. Eason, what kind of content are we going to be doing for Biomutant in the coming week?
Well, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing Let's Plays. We're going to be covering certain little collectible spots. So pretty much anything that you can find that's hidden in the game, we're going to try and find it and give it to you guys and let you know where it's at. And then we're just going to keep covering it. Just keep covering it for a whole week straight of just builds. You know, we're going to do builds. We're
pretty much going to do everything you guys need to help you navigate the world of Biomutant. I don't actually know what the world is, but yeah, we're going to help you navigate it. We're going to help you find everything that you need. Hopefully help you choose that class because man, they all look pretty hot. Like, I'm debating on what I need to do.
Oh my god, yes. Besides the one with the Shiguki stick, but that one's got a bland look.
Yeah, the pimple rod.
The pimple rod, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, why are you excited for Biomutant? Break it down.
Oh my gosh, just the world. It's got so much color and so much. I vibe with it so much, and the character customization along with all the crafting. Like, it's been a while since you've seen a game that's this ambitious and seems like it's delivering on a lot of its promises.
Yeah, for sure. And you can tell right away that the game doesn't take itself too seriously. The world is gorgeous and yet still whimsical and fun. And you can see that it's lived in and it's messy, but there's beauty and it's so colorful. The color palette alone makes me want to buy this game.
Oh, just looking at the gameplay again, because I'm kind of looking at the gameplay as we talk about this. It's so fluid. Like, just watching your character do backflips and dodge around the other characters while shooting a gun. It's just so, the combat is so fun looking.
Yeah,
and
the combat looks amazing.
Imbue your weapons with all sorts of elemental effects if you wanted to. It's just like the amount of detail and the amount of customization, and I just can't wait to dive into it. It's just so fun looking.
When we were first seeing content being released for Biomutant I believe it was first announced 4 years ago, so it must be in development for probably around 6 years. It just screamed jank. Everything about it just screamed jank. I was so concerned with how combat was going to be non-fluid, and boy was I wrong. It looks so fluid, and just traversal alone looks like something from an Insomniac game. Like, I get Sunset Overdrive vibes from it, and the mount collecting. Don't even get me started on the mount collecting.
Yeah, the mount. Oh yes, the mount collecting. That is also something that I am so excited for, because in WoW, like, that's something I would really like to do. I'd like to go around and collect mounts as much as I can. And granted, that game has a lot of like pitfalls and things that kind of gate you from getting mounts and stuff like this. And this is the type of game where it's just like the only thing that's gating you from getting the mounts is not finding that spot where it's at, or not finding that quest that might give it to you. You know, it could be around the corner in this case. You don't have to grind for a week just to unlock a mount. And I'm really hoping that like you do find things around the corner, right? We're talking about a big open world with several different biomes. Like, is that a concern of yours? Like, I want to be able to find, I want there to be things riddled all over the place. Yes, and I mean, the developers have said they made sure that there's a lot of detail and that this game is dense as it is big. But that's just something we're gonna have to dive in and see for ourselves when we do get our hands on the game.
And yeah, we saw gameplay footage of the like helicopter jetpack combat. We saw the metal
that's
finger glove mount that like forms a little finger gun when it attacks. So some of these mounts have actions.
Yep, they're not just ways to get around. They're actual things that you use in the game. Like they actually help you. And they're not just this static, crappy, just disappears as soon as you get off it type thing. You can use it to your advantage in other ways of just moving around. And I love that.
And not only are we talking about variety of mounts, like as in aerial mounts, land mounts, and like water mounts, that's incredible. All that aside, you got vehicles. You have mechs, right? And these things have combat applied to them.
Oh my gosh, mechs. Yes, they have their own move sets, it looks like, from the new gameplay that we just saw from was it Game Informer?
Yeah, I believe Game Informer had extensive coverage for the character creation and both the extended gameplay and the newest gameplay.
And the extended game, in the 10-minute gameplay from Game Informer, they had some mech gameplay in there. And that guy, like, it has a whole move set where it's dashing and dodging and charging. and
it looked fun. It didn't look slow and sluggish.
Yeah, you're dashing around, you're hopping, you're jumping, you're flying, and it's like they did mechs right, kind of like the way Titanfall did, rather than making you feel like you're in a giant overbearing suit where you don't have that much mobility. It enhances your gameplay. It just looks so much
right. It's more of an Iron Man vibe than it is like a mech warrior vibe, you know.
And you're giant.
And you are giant.
Awesome.
Exactly. And if that wasn't enough, your weapons can help you traverse too. We saw gameplay footage of a guy with a bow shot like this hook arrow up on a cliff top and was able to like rappel himself over to that and then start scaling the wall.
Yeah, traversal issues. You can find these little yellow spots on the wall where you can just climb and explore stuff, and it's just there's so much in this game that they're promising that I hope is real.
and you're gonna need all this traversal, right? Because you have several biomes. We know that there are at least 5 different types of radiation or toxicities that you can get.
So there's
immunities to, right?
Yeah, so
like in the beginning of the game when you're building your class, you build immunities.
So there's heat, there's cold, there's toxic, and then there's radiation. So that leads me to believe, I mean, we did see gameplay of like a tundra type area. I didn't see any like deserty type area. So I wonder where the heat's going to come from, unless they're just holding that back.
Sure, it's like a volcanic area.
Yeah, maybe like a volcanic type area or something like that. Who knows? I mean, we'll find out when we dive into the game, because oh my gosh. Yeah, they're going to have different areas to explore. And where were you going with that?
That you're going to need all those ways to traverse, because you're going to have all these different biomes, and you got all these different these things trying to kill you, and you're going to need to get to places and build those immunities. And I'm sure you're going to be collecting quests all over the place and exploring the world. And as you're doing so, you're going to be finding all these things. They're going to help you get to new places and reach new heights. As you're doing so, I don't know. I'm blown away by the idea of having in 2021. Do you know how hungry I am and starved I am for an open world RPG like this?
Yeah, the one that's just completely gamer friendly.
Right. It just seems so user centric.
Exactly. And it's so charming. It's got its own little charm and flair, and it's the first unique thing we've seen in a while as far as like open world RPGs go.
Yeah, it is. And to be honest with you, I am normally a story guy. I've seen nothing on the actual story. I know you're trying to revive the world tree. Something's going on with the radiation. It's trying to kill the world tree, and it's affecting the world. So you are going out, and I don't know whether you're tasked with it or if it's just of your own free will. You're trying to prevent that from happening, and you're trying to restore the world tree for the betterment of where you live. Now, there's no other story arcs that we've been given, at least in the gameplay trailers that we have. There might be something released, out there on the web, but for me personally, I'm going in this with no knowledge of any story or narrative, and I'm pumped. I'm pumped just on the basis of what we've seen for gameplay.
Well, you know that the developers went on kind of elaborated on the story, but this world is based on like our world. It's just humans are no more anymore. Now it's these mutated animals that kind of reign over society. And
yeah, you can see the remnants of that with all the materials, like with the crafting, like they just throw shit together. Yeah, put a plunger on the end of your rifle. I kind of put that together. But like as far as like who your character is and what he means to the overall story, who's the big bad, we don't know any of that, right?
Right. Yeah, we really don't know, other than the fact that you have the world eaters, which are like the world bosses, and those are I imagine those are the ones eating the tree, because they're called like the tree eaters or the world eaters or whatever they're called. But they're the massive, big, hulky like boss fights that you find at the end game.
Oh, I can't wait for end game. I really hope that crafting is substantial, collecting is substantial, and the amount to do come end game is just overwhelming, because this looks like something that I want to deep dive into. I know that you're going to put dozens of hours into this, and I'm not going to be able to keep up, but I am stoked for you.
Dude, this game is going to be my life for at least a week. For at least a week.
So what class are you going to start out with?
Oh gosh, I'm torn between Deadeye, because I do like the all-rounding I do like a jack of all trades class, but then I'm kind of leaning more into like the dual wielder with
the Saboteur.
Yeah, the Saboteur with
You will pronounce that correctly before the end of Biomutant Week.
You know, I take that back, because I know I want to make a beefcake character. So I want to kind of make it like a tanky dude, but give him like super fast abilities. So kind of like a fat Saboteur, if that makes any sense. Because you can upgrade your character with like different abilities later on.
Noted. You want to dual wield and be a beefcake. Gotcha. I'm definitely keeping my eyes on Deadeye, but I got to be honest with you, that Rambo class, I stated this in an earlier video. I just recently watched Demolition Man and with my wife, and man, I just really want to make a demo guy. I just want to have the bandolier around me. I want to have a red bandana on, and I want to go full Rambo and wreck shit. But yeah, Deadeye, the all-around class, is definitely a safe bet. I think my first playthrough is going to be that. I don't know if there's a difficulty setting, but I think I'm just going to ride the normal on the Deadeye and try to feel out what my desired gameplay style is, and then maybe dip into some other classes for fun. But just in case you guys didn't know, we are celebrating Biomutant all week through the release. Ethan is going to be doing a Let's Play. We're going to be following that. We're going to be doing class coverages. We're going to be doing builds, guides, and collectathons. So you guys want to know where stuff is, we're going to let you guys know.
Collectathon. I really like the sound of that.
Yeah, collectathons. We want to know where the best stuff is early game. So help you guys pick up your game quickly and get ahead on it. You know, we want to know where we really want to pick this game apart. You know, obviously we're a new channel, but this is the first game that we're deep diving into, and we're really excited about it. So please be a good game.
Yes, good game. That's all. That's all the both of us asked for, and I'm sure you guys can agree. Just good game. That's what we want.
Good game. Just good game. So yeah, guys, comment down below what class you're going to start out with, what excites you most about Biomutant, and if you're picking it up on May 25th.
Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment down below what you thought, and subscribe. So until next time, take it easy, guys.